All right, so what we're gonna do, since I've never done this with another person, I'm gonna try to use one earbud and she's gonna use the other one. See if it's work with the audio. I don't know. Put that in your left ear, and you're just gonna have to tell us if you can hear us all right. So I think both of these, but I don't know if they'll both come through. So, you get the chat up here.
That make it too right in the back.
All right.
Switch it.
Somebody comment and tell us if you can hear us or not. Say something, Feathers.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear us? Check, check, check. Yep, can you hear us? All right, good. All right. Goddamn chat. All right, y'all. I am here in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, mile 1430 something, I think. I'm almost halfway. So this is the last town stop in Colorado, and it'll be like 4 days to the border. I'll finally be in Wyoming. Feathers has come and harassed me and kept me here for 2 days, so double zero. But as you know, well, you guys don't know, but I haven't had a zero since Leadville. It's like 3 towns ago, so my body was hurting anyway. So, as if I need an excuse to take a couple days off, Feathers, I'd say, is a pretty good reason. So, she's going to follow me up the trail supposedly for a couple town stops because she's got to hang out here for a while anyway. So, that being said, do you want to say anything before we start?
Yeah, I made the braids in his beard.
She
Try to make him look like a pirate.
They're already fraying out. When I wake up in the morning, you'll see in the video they'll be like kind of sticking up like I'm an alien.
They need some beads.
Oh yeah, beads.
Pirate beads.
We get some Viking breeds in. All right, y'all, go ahead and fire away with the questions. We'll do the best we can to answer. Stand for about an hour or so. Like the beard braids, thank you. See, this is what I'm talking about. The chat keeps disappearing. Disappearing. Did Feathers make those braids? Yes, she did. She did these braids probably like 10 minutes ago. And I don't know how to braid, so they'll probably be out. They'll be on the video for like a day or two. How's Roscoe? Roscoe's good, and the sitter just sent me like 15 photos last night of him. He's doing really well with her dog, and they're out playing around and stuff. So I miss him dearly, but Roscoe is doing well. Currently, we have, I don't know if you can see, Little Leaf in the background. There she is. There she is. Little Leaf's passed out. Lucy is passed out on the floor. So we do have animals around us right now.
Where's the goat? Did they ask you?
How's the elevation in Colorado compared to the Sierras? That's high as fuck. The videos in Colorado are coming out now. You've seen a few of them, and I got way higher in elevation than that up in the southern San Juans, and it's rough. I mean, I'm coming from the East Coast, and you're used to like 5,000 foot peaks, 4,000 foot peaks. You get up here above 10,000 feet, and my body's not ready for it. So you'll see me all through Colorado in the videos, coughing and gagging and hacking up shit every time I get to a peak. It's rough, and I have to stop a lot more going uphill than I did in the Sierras for sure.
Jesse's caught trout. We're in Steamboat. The goat's right there.
You gotta read the question first.
Well, there was a whole bunch of them. Okay. You were talking, so I'm trying to answer them all. They asked if you've caught trout.
Oh, did I catch trout? Yeah, the video you guys just saw came out. We caught 6 cutthroats that night and cooked them up over the fire. I haven't caught any. I caught one since then.
Kate, who are you next to? This is IB Tat. This is his channel.
The Kate Cloud Show.
Hi, Feathers. I met you. Oh, hi. Hi.
How's the hand? It's about healed up now.
Looking pretty gnarly still, though.
I mean, yeah, the scabs are pretty much healed up, so I don't really notice it too much. My elbow's still kind of raked up too. That tattoo's fucked, but it's fine. It's healed up nicely.
Okay, someone asked if I still have plans to go Sobo. So here's the thing. I was thinking I would be able to go Sobo because the Continental Divide and the PCT are considered stock trails, not just foot trails like the AT. But after a little bit more research, I found out that you can take an alpaca, a horse, a mule, all these other stock animals, but for whatever reason, goats are not considered a stock animal. They're considered more of like a dog. So they're not allowed through the main national parks, which is like the best part of this entire hike, I think. So I'm just going to postpone until I have a better setup for her because it just doesn't make any sense to stress her out and leave her somewhere. She needs a companion. And my daughter was graduating. My dog's about to die. I just had to put my other dog down. My dog Lucy's 15, and she just has really bad days. So it's the timing. this didn't plan out, but I'm not leaving my Triple Crown on the table. I'm definitely coming back and do it. And he said he's going to go with me. So, but I'm going southbound when I do it because I decided I wanted to see the bloom and I don't want to have to feel rushed going that many miles. So I figured, yeah, I'm just going to go southbound. So it'll be a different experience than what you've probably watched on his. And I haven't watched any of his because I don't want to spoil it.
There you go. And I'll probably, if she wants to, well, she will do it, but I'll probably end up hiking with her if she's going to do it southbound.
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm talking about. The chat disappears. It annoys me.
Why does it do that?
I don't know.
What if we keep touching
Keep on
it?
filming. Great videos. Thank you.
If I keep touching it, does that help?
No. The useless
sure?
psychopath.
No, look. I'm helping.
Love your channel. Hopefully you can help some warm gear or a nice hotel.
What does this do? Why am I aware of this in my ear? I don't hear anything in there.
You're not supposed to hear anything. This is so they can hear us. There's microphones going on.
Okay. It's my first
RJ
time.
Heights, thanks for the donation, bud. Appreciate it. Hey, man, love your journey. Thank you. I want to ask some questions, guys. The compliments are nice, but I'm here to answer questions for you guys.
There's a goat butt.
It was on the PCT you guys met, right? You want to explain that one?
Okay, so actually we met for the first time on our Appalachian Trail hike. I was on the trail at the same time he was, but I was hiking with a guy named Spider, and we stopped for like 2 seconds to chat one day. And I didn't bring up my YouTube account because I was too embarrassed because I started it for my daughter to follow. I never intended it to go even where it is today. But long story short, he didn't remember me anyway when we ran into each other on the PCT.
I don't. Try to remember. I can't. I remember meeting her on the
But
AT.
did you know who I was when we met on
No.
the PCT from UTS?
Oh, the PCT? Yeah, I did. But I kind of played it off like I didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew. I recognized you. So the way we met on the PCT, it was in Bend, right? Or was it Ashland? It was in Ashland. I rolled into Ashland and went to the post office to grab my box. And when I came out, Kate was sitting there outside the post office.
No, you were sitting outside.
I was?
Yeah.
See, my memory's shot. We met in Ashland at the PCT.
Post office.
At the post office. And I knew who she was at that point, but I kind of played it off like I didn't. And then we ended up hiking mostly through Oregon together and most of Washington. So we were in plans to hike together on this trail this year, but like Kay said, life gets in the way sometimes. So
it'll still happen.
Yeah.
It was something to look forward to.
National Ice Cream Day. What are you having? I've been telling her the last 2 hours to go get some ice cream.
Oh my God, I cannot hang eating wise. I'm like feel so out of my element right now because I'm like being around him and all the hiker gear and in the hotel and like just doing all the normal hike. We even hitchhiked into town the other day, and I cannot hang on the food level. I'm like half a cheeseburger. I'm like, I'm so stuffed, and he's like, I'm getting round two. Like, damn it.
Yeah, we were having lunch today at a restaurant and ate some like chicken fingers and stuff, and then immediately when we're done, I'm like, well, there's a Starbucks over there. You ready to go over there? And she's like, I can't fucking move.
I can't eat anymore.
She's a little rusty on the hiker trash lifestyle, but it's like riding a bike. She'll be back to it and eating an insane amount of food like
I'm working on my ab now.
Or single ab.
I'll work it off later. We talked about doing the AZT maybe in the fall,
Yeah,
but
so-
I don't know if he's going to want to do that after this trail.
So we've been talking the last couple of months about
Doing
what to do after this trail, and you know, as the last 2 trails happened, I was ready to keep going. Well, the PCT has kind of burned out, but the AT for sure, I was ready to keep going. So since she wasn't able to do the CDT this year, she was thinking about, well, maybe she could do some shorter hikes. So the idea of doing the AZT has been thrown around. We don't know if that's going to happen, but it's a possibility that where I get off this trail and just hop on the AZT wherever she's at, and that's a possibility. I mean, we're both fly by the seat of our pants, so we don't know what we're going to do.
Somebody just asked what your biggest challenge is for the next 30 days.
My biggest challenge for the next 30 days. So I already feel in my head that I'm under a time crunch. It's almost like when you get to the Sierra, you're like already thinking about Canada on the PCT, and I'm having that already right now. You know, I see a lot of my friends that I've hiked with on this trail already, and they're already up past. They've already crossed over to the border. I'm not that far behind them, like a week, but it's a mental thing. I'm already like crunching for time. So the biggest challenge is probably going to I'm trying to get through Wyoming as fast as I can, so I don't feel rushed getting to Canada, and I have a repeat of the PCT and be hiking through snow and shit up there. I want to finish by the first week of October if I can.
Someone asked your favorite ice cream.
My favorite ice cream is Jimmy Kimmel's Tonight Dough, Ben & Jerry's.
What's your favorite section so far of the CDT?
Favorite section of the CDT?
Come here, goat.
I'd have to say the Gila Wilderness. The Gila was awesome. It's not even part of the CDT. It's an alternate. It's not even on the CDT.
See, they like your braids. You
Oh,
could be a
good.
pirate too. You're a mountain pirate. I don't know if that sounds right.
A mountain
That's
pirate?
like
As long as I'm not a
both
butt pirate, I'm good.
I think they made a movie
We'll have
about
to get
this.
some beads in here. I get some cool Viking beads to put in there.
What's your pack weight, including your camera gear?
Oh, it's stupid heavy. I never weigh it. I don't know. I weighed it at mountain crossings before I left for the trail.
That's just a mind fuck.
With
You don't
all my
want to. You
camera
don't want to
gear.
weigh it.
You really don't want to know what it weighs. When I weighed it at mountain crossings, it was about 35 pounds. No, it was 32 pounds, but I didn't have any food in there. That was just with my gear, no food or water. So it's a lot. With a 5-day resupply out of town and all my camera gear, I'm rolling around 40 pounds, probably upwards of 40 pounds. It's heavy as shit. I've been considering ditching some stuff. I saw a question earlier about my drone. I haven't carried my drone all through Colorado because it's illegal to fly it. I've been in one wilderness area into the next. So I think I might just ditch the drone because as much as you guys love the footage, and I do love the footage too, it got through New Mexico. It's a lot of fucking weight for me to carry, and my body's already shut down. So I might not carry the drone going forward.
People ask me a lot about a section. What did it say? I didn't catch it in time. Heard with an S.
Which one?
They're asking a lot about this.
Salida?
Are you hiking again, or did you do it?
How many miles do you walk?
Have you made Wind River range yet?
Oh, Wind River. No, that's up in Wyoming. I haven't got there yet.
I'm asking if you skipped.
Did I skip Salida? No, I wasn't Salida. Yeah, I went in there. The videos are a little bit behind. Now, I've been considering this the last couple town stops. So I think the video that came out recently was number 45 or so. I've already uploaded up to number 72. So I'm getting a bit behind. So I think I'm gonna start releasing videos every day for a while to get so you guys aren't that far behind. Because my Instagram and my YouTube are way off at this point.
Come say hi.
So I might start releasing videos every day going forward.
Lots of smoke here.
Very hazy. Yep. There's a bunch of Forest Service guys out in the parking lot of this hotel right now. So I think they're getting ready to do some shit. I have a fire closure coming up out of Steamboat. They've closed off. It's called the Morgan Creek Fire. It's actually not currently blazing, but there's a lot of smoke in the area. We just checked the news earlier. And they've closed part of the CDT going forward from here. So I got to take a side trail and figure out how to get around that. I think it's like 17 miles around this closure to get back up to the CDT. But the border going into Wyoming is open, so.
Am I getting on a sailboat? As of right now, I know my videos are delayed because life. Lots of things have been happening. It's just been nuts. Everything I've tried to plan has gone totally opposite, which I guess is normal. That's why I just usually don't try to plan anything. But yeah, the sailboat thing, I got a little weirded out with the scenario that was on the table. And just my gut didn't feel right about it. So that's not going to happen in that way. But I'm thinking I might buy a sailboat and we might sail that way. So I'll just own my own boat. And once I'm done traveling around in the gypsy wagon and the Jeep and doing like the CDT or maybe in between, I don't know, we could do so many things. I kind of want to kayak the Missouri River too. Or not kayak, canoe it with the goat. And maybe him and Roscoe, and we can camp all along the Missouri. I met a guy over the winter who his goal is to like canoe and kayak and paddleboard all the longest rivers in the United States and so forth. And he did the entire Mississippi last summer, and it kind of sparked this like, I want to do that. So I've been looking at canoes. I bought a rack for my Jeep so I can travel around with a canoe now. I have a kayak, but it would be a lot easier with the canoe with the goat and the dog, and that would just be something fun and different. So I think in my future, there's definitely going to be a CDT at some point, but canoeing, maybe the Missouri River, hiking the AZT short term or a smaller trail in between. He might come travel with me on the road. There's a company that just asked me to do a documentary about tiny living, and I'm going to be hanging around Colorado probably till the end of the month to meet up with them, which is pretty exciting. But I don't want to like jinx it or spoil it, so I'm not going to say anything more about that unless it really comes to fruition. But they've been trying to contact me for months, and we finally are kind of connecting. So that could be really cool. So who knows? Possibilities are endless.
This is what happens when we get together. The ideas start bouncing off each other, and it's like endless opportunities.
Let's go here. Let's go do this.
Let's do this. Let's do that. We're going to keep adventuring for a very fucking long time.
Kilimanjaro. The problem is he doesn't like water and boats that much. So I want to get scuba certified. And I want to like go sail around, like maybe do the Great Loop if I get a sailboat. which is around the United States, and you're gonna have to get used to
I'll
sharks and
compromise
stuff.
there. I'll get used to
We
it.
can learn in the Caribbean. I grew up on sailboats, and I can name almost every part of a sailboat. I've sailed a small sailboat, but I have a lot to learn. I'm not going to deny that. So it would definitely be a learning process, but I think that's how you learn anything, is just to throw yourself into it. So be another adventure.
Something next year is gonna be awesome. We're gonna do something really fucking cool. So whether it's hiking, sailing, just road tripping, whatever.
Mountain pirate. That's what I said.
Mountain pirate.
He's a mountain pirate.
Yeah.
The East Coast.
Mid-East.
Mid-East. Yeah, we had a good laugh today about Mid-East.
On the East Coast to watch y'all's videos because they're so great. I'm sure there's a lot of people from the East Coast that watch our videos.
What was my weird demographic that I had in my stats that was like Bolivia or something?
Oh yeah, she's huge in Bolivia. You
Like,
you can check the demographics on your analytics on YouTube. It's hilarious checking most of the time. Last time she checked, she's like got a huge following in Bolivia. So any of those Bolivian folks out
I don't
there,
know. Shout out to my Bolivian crew. We have such different demographics of people for some reason in our stats, like age group wise and just area wise. It's really weird.
Same, Bob. Thank you for the donation. Any gear you want to swap out? I saw that one. So yeah, my drone. As much as you guys love seeing that drone footage, like I mentioned earlier, I think I'm gonna ditch that. And I bought 2 Mellies. So I got the microgrid Mellie in Leadville, and I also bought a thick fleece one, which that thing I've been sleeping in at night lately and early mornings hiking in. It's basically replaced my puppy jacket. And I'm still carrying my puppy too. It's just too much stuff. I haven't been wearing my puppy at all for the last 2 weeks since I got these Mellies. So I think I'm gonna ditch the drone and my Mellie, or my drone and my puppy jacket, and I'll save some weight there.
I'll play with it.
Yeah, she'll destroy my drone for me.
No, you've already destroyed it like 3 times.
I've crashed that drone 3 times, by the way.
So someone keeps asking you, oh, where'd it go? I've seen it like 4 times now. If you plan on hiking some gorge.
Some gorge?
Oh, right there.
Any plans to hike the Linville Gorge again? I would love to hike the Linville. Have you been to the Linville Gorge? I'd like to take her car camping over the Linville Gorge because that place is unreal. And that's when I was, quote unquote, training for the Appalachian Trail. That was my backyard. So I was living in North Carolina. I would love to go back to the gorge. And the car camping thing around that gorge is fucking amazing. I would love to do that. She's never seen it. So
someone says, have you ever seen Bigfoot? I was just making a joke earlier that
I'm a second cousin.
Most people, it's probably just an Ivy Tat sighting. Big stinky man out there. Yeah, real funny. You like that. What's the name of Feather's channel? Oh, it's Kate Cloud. I know. I used my real name because I didn't intend on having like this big YouTube channel. My whole channel started because I told my daughter I wanted to go hike the Appalachian Trail, and she's almost 20, so she's a young lady now. But she's like, Mom, pictures aren't going to suffice. I need videos to know you're alive. So she showed me how to do it and set me up. So I started doing my channel basically for my daughter and just to share with her what I was doing, which turned into a video journal, which turned into the PCT as well. And I've just kept it going because I have a horrible memory and it's way more fun to go back and watch these videos, relive them. And I'm not fancy like him. My mind's very basic. So we film very different. We're very different in our filming ways. I'm very just,
I think that's why people like following, the people that follow both of us like following both of us, because they're 2 different personalities, 2 different styles of video.
Yeah, we're pretty different, but when we're together, it's obvious.
Let me see if
favorite trail food.
Let me see. Check the super chat because people, no super chat questions. Go ahead.
Okay.
Saw something about weight loss, and I was talking to her about this earlier today. I've already cut 2 more holes in my belt on my shorts. I've lost a shit ton of weight.
I've gone up 2.
She's gone up 2. I've lost 2. Yeah.
I keep joking that I've got this fantastic ab.
1 ab is all you need.
I call her ab.
Why have a 6-pack when you have a keg? Yeah, I've lost.
This is why I want to do the AZT, because I put on all this weight thinking I'm going to be on the CDT, and I had malnutrition at the end of the PCT. I was under 110 pounds, and I'm 5'8", so I was not in good shape. So I was like, this trail's even longer. I got to put on even more weight so I can make this happen, and then didn't go.
I got pretty fat before this trail. I was eating my ass off up until the point, but I've lost a lot more weight on this trail than the PCT for sure, and the AT. The way I always judge it, if I have energy to hike, and I've dry gas a lot in the afternoons. I'm just not getting the calories, obviously, that I need, especially through Colorado. It just drains the shit out of you, the elevation.
More ice cream.
I always talk about
ice cream.
What is the
most water you carry at a time?
How much water?
Mm-hmm.
It varies. So New Mexico, I think the most I carried through New Mexico was 5 liters at one time, and I don't think I needed that much. I basically just hiked water cache to water cache through New Mexico because there are no natural water sources in the CDT in New Mexico. Through
Oh
Colorado,
my
I've
God.
carried only a liter at a time usually. That's it. There's water pretty much everywhere in Colorado, at least up until this point. So about a liter through Colorado. Now going through Wyoming, the winds, there's a drought up there, and there's not a lot of water sources, so the capacity of water will definitely go up. My capacity I've always carried since the beginning has been between 5 and 6 liters is what I have for capacity.
We were just talking about this. What's your favorite coffee?
Favorite coffee? Starbucks, or Starbucks Instant.
Oh,
The
wait, when
Columbia.
you are not hiking.
Oh, when I'm not
Sorry, I
hiking.
didn't read the whole thing.
So I do French press at home when I'm off the trail. It's usually just so where I'm ever at in the country. The Georgia had Safeway, and they did like 5 o'clock whole bean. I buy the whole bean coffee and grind my beans. But I need to venture out into that. We were talking about this
My
earlier.
favorite, mine's
Yep.
so much better. I like the Kauai white macadamia nut with the, oh my God, it's
Yeah, you're a lot more
vanilla.
fancy with that. I love coffee, but I'm not that
Once it
fancy
hits your
when it comes
lips.
to which brands and shit.
No, I love the Kauai coffee. That
We were
blue
t-
bag, you know, they have all different flavors.
Tell them about your new contraption you got for the gypsy
The
wagon.
espresso,
Espresso.
I forget what it's
It's
called.
dope. It's like a French press, but it's in its own container system, right?
Yeah, it's like a cylinder that's pretty, like, you know, cup size. You get like a cup and a half of coffee in there, but you just pour the grounds in there and the hot water, and then you push down 2 filters, and you can just drink right out of it. You don't have to pull everything apart or pour it into something else. It's just one contraption I got with dividends at REI, and it's pretty baller.
It's not made for backpacking,
No,
but for car camping
for
and
gypsy
road tripping.
wagon life, it's
pretty cool.
fan-freaking-tastic. What are your tattoos? Or what are your next tattoos?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh, well, we go over this. We're talking about this all the freaking time. This is bad. Go ahead.
So we went together before she had dropped me off at the airport in Atlanta before I started this trail. We had gone to Gainesville, Georgia, and that's where I got my bear tattoo on my hand. Now, my next tattoo is most likely going to be a hiking tattoo because I'll have my Triple Crown this year. So I'll probably get one big one to commemorate all 3 trails. That's what I'm going to do. She's done individual ones.
Yeah,
like
I've got
the crown tattoos, they're AT, PCT one,
PCT.
which I love that idea too. But
I put the year and then the mileage for each because they change a little bit. So like the year I did the AT, I have the mileage from that year.
So it's unique. I'll get a Triple Crown tattoo the next one. Tell them about your back piece you want to get.
Oh, I'm gonna do a whole theme of Beauty and the Beast on my back. I already have it drawn out, but there's really not gonna be any beauty. The beasts, it's gonna have a whole bunch of beasts, and they're all gonna be made out of like nature.
Straight edge tattoo.
I have a picture of it drawn up already in my G-Wag, but I wasn't expecting.
It's gonna be painful.
I'll show you guys later.
Back piece
I'm gonna attempt to do one of these at some point, so I'll pull it out so that I make sure that
you're gonna be doing like 5-hour sessions on that. 5-6 hour sessions.
No way, not if I do
for
that.
A full back piece.
There's a guy in Georgia that did his bear tattoo. He said he'd do it for free if I put him on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So that's pretty baller because this thing's like just the first piece of it is about the size of a volleyball.
So you might be able to see that on her channel. She'll
definitely.
Do a video of it.
Yeah, well, the guy, I mean, if he's going to do it for free for me putting on my channel, done.
More fishing content. Ducktown Colorado, I love that thing, man. I've stopped at a few lakes. It's hard when you're through hiking because you have to push miles. And I've come up to many lakes and rivers where I'm like, damn, I want to sit there and fish for 2 hours. I'll sit there for 10 minutes, throw a couple lines in the water, but like, I got to fucking start walking or else I'm going to be hiking into the night. It sucks, but one of these days I'm going to do one of these shorter trails. Like, I'd like to do the John Muir Trail and just take my sweet-ass time with a fly rod and just do like 15 miles a day and enjoy the hell out of it and just fish. I think it would be awesome. I'll keep hauling it, though, through all the way to Canada. What are you laughing at now?
A Roscoe and Little Leaf, a couple.
That's going to take a while.
Yeah, they're not sure what to make of each other.
Roscoe
They've had fun a couple times. I have a video that I'll be posting in 2 days of them actually playing and hanging out. That's how behind my videos are. From when we were in Georgia, I hung out with them at Mountain Crossings for like a good month. And yeah, they got to know each other pretty well. And they played a few times, but it's still hard. Like goats go high on their back hoofs to play, and dogs go low. So
Roscoe's really low.
Yeah.
So Little Leaf likes to headbutt, and when the goats do it, you've ever seen videos. They get up on their back legs, and then they kind of go down to headbutt you, right? And Roscoe, sometimes he's not having
He's
that.
like, the hell's going on? But she doesn't try to
Yeah.
connect. She's just trying to like
Lily
egg it
just wants to
on. Like
play.
a dog gets down, like, come on, let's go.
Roscoe thought she was trying to fight, so they got into it a couple times, but they chill too. So it'll just take some time, but they'll be good.
What's your normal height and weight? Your normal height? Well, I adjust my height quite a bit. No, go ahead.
Why did they hit you so hard?
Because I was thinking about my roller skates. I don't
Oh.
know. And then I was thinking about my high heels and then my flip flops. And then, I mean, for a woman, it can adjust quite a bit, I suppose.
I pretty much stay the same at 5'11". When I'm off weight wise, I mean, like I said, I try to gain weight for this trail. I got it to like 190 before the trail, but I'm consistent like 180 pounds is what I normally at, I guess. Right now, I don't even know what I'm at. Probably like 165, 170, if I had to guess.
And I'm like 5'8", and I'm usually like 130, and I'm definitely not 130 right now. Ask Abatha. Don't answer. Keep the mystery. What are they asking? Oh, did you get your fly rod yet?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
fly rods. I got my 10-car rod. I've been hauling it for a while now. Where I get that at, I remember.
Do you know the elevation difference between the high and low route of the San Juans?
I think it's a couple thousand foot in elevation. I'm guessing it varies, obviously.
Oh.
Sorry, that was bad one. Like your trash.
Dang.
It varies, but yeah, the low route on the CDT, what a lot of people took, like the Creed alternate and stuff. It's a road walk, is what it is, and you just drop down the side of the mountain rather than going up over the mountains. I did the high route, which you're up there around 12,000, 13,000 feet sometimes, but the low route I would guess is around 10,000 and below, and it's all a road walk. So there's still snow on it, I guess, with those people that you can just walk around it for the most part.
I do not plan on going back to Washington anytime soon. I mean, I love Washington. I'm from there, but why? I've got so many other things to explore right now.
Good question about what is that for you?
I don't know. Probably not.
Okay, like an AeroPress? You haven't tried the AeroPress?
No, it's not an AeroPress. I have tried them. Actually, I was at some BLM land and the guy had it and made me a couple cups with it. Cups. But I don't know. I wasn't sure what I wanted. I ended up really liking the one I got. So for now, we'll see. There's so many cool things out there and gadgets.
Ever have Waka instant coffee? Definitely has become my favorite backpacking go-to. WAKA, Waka. I've never heard of that.
I didn't either.
I tried a lot of different brands this year. A lot of these local brands in Colorado, they sell them at the outfitters, and they've been really good. They're expensive as shit.
Yeah.
Like a pack of instant, like 10 instant packets, they're charging like $20 for the shit. It's like expensive as fuck. I think Starbucks is expensive, but it's actually cheap compared to some of this local brand shit.
I don't have solar in my Gypsy wagon yet. I'm looking at, I really want one of those Jackery setups, like the 1,000-watt. And with the documentary that I might possibly be doing at the end of the month, I'm hoping maybe they'll send me one to include in my videos and stuff. So I almost bought one recently, and then I kind of held off just to see what happens with that first.
If she gets featured in this documentary, it's going to be badass. I checked out this guy's YouTube channel, and it's really cool, and I've seen these videos in the past. When she started telling me about it, it's an amazing opportunity. So I hope she gets it.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx it though. I mean, anything can happen. Like I said, every plan I've tried to make this year has totally changed. So I'm just going.
Do you ever drink whiskey? Not anymore.
I don't drink whiskey either. I'm allergic to barley, so I can't drink beer or whiskey or any of that. It absolutely kills me.
As a former alcoholic, one of my favorite subjects in the world is alcohol. I'll talk about whiskey all day long. The last time I ever drank was Lagavulin whiskey at a bar in Whitefish, Montana on my birthday in 2013. The last time I drank shots of Lagavulin scotch all fucking night long.
Oh, here's a
It was
good
awesome.
one. How much does it cost to Triple Crown? I would say at a minimum,
20 grand.
Like, yeah, at least 20 grand to split between the 3 trails.
And that's if you're lucky and your gear doesn't all crap out on you. Like I basically rebought gear every single trail.
Yeah,
it's a lot of money.
It does. It adds up fast. It's insane. You eat it. Most of it you eat.
Yeah, it's all food.
I mean, really, truly, your initial gear, and as long as that holds up, you take care of it. It's just the cost of food, which it's amazing how much you can eat. I mean, it's dumbfounding.
I always tell people it comes down to how comfortable you want to live when you get to town stops. That's where your money goes. So if you want to stay in a fancy-ass hotel like this for 2 nights, 3 nights, you're going to pay for it. Now, if you're in a town for 3 days, that means you're eating out like twice a day, every single day. That shit adds up. So you can easily leave town with like a $500 bill every fucking time. There, if you have the discipline to get in the town, resupply, and get the fuck back on the trail, then you can do it for a lot cheaper. But if you like to live in town, it's going to cost you a lot of money. But if you look at compared to living in town, it's actually pretty cheap.
So you still editing on the iPad, and
Mm-hmm.
what else did I say? Do you go bring back your drone ASAP?
I know you guys. I do want to carry that
did you get?
drone. Huh?
Sorry, and which turkey or
Which Tenkara rod did you get?
yeah.
So there's two major companies, from what I understand. I'm no expert on this stuff. I'm learning as I go. But the two major companies that I know of are Tenkara USA and Tenkara Rod Company. I have a Tenkara Rod Company rod, and I bought their package on their website called it's the Sawtooth package. I think it's an 11-foot rod. And if you buy any of their packages, they give you the rod, obviously, the line, and the tippet, and they usually include 3 flies at random. So that whole package with the rod and everything else, it was like $170, which I thought was pretty reasonable. I think Tenkara Rod USA or Tenkara USA rods are a little bit more. They use a little better carbon fiber, I believe, for their rods, but like I said, I'm no expert on it. But those are the two companies I know of. I can vouch for this Sawtooth rod. I've enjoyed it.
Okay, I saw one on there that I really liked. It asked if we have plans to do any other long trails after our Triple Crown, or your Triple Crown, my Triple Crown. I don't know who it was directed towards, but I definitely know I'm obsessed with the Trail of the Parks, which goes through Chile, the Patagonia.
We're supposed to talk about this. Remember, you yelled at me.
I don't care. Yeah, I did.
People are supposed to know about this trail.
I'm like, that's gonna be my trail. No, it didn't. It hasn't been. It's not talked about much, but there's a new trail that Patagonia North Face owners started buying up land and made this. It's called the Trail of the Parks, and it's in Chile, and it's like postcard beautiful through the Patagonia, and I'm obsessed with that. When I get done with my Triple Crown, that's my first long trail out of the country. I'm just gonna start doing trails out of the country probably after my Triple Crown, because I've seen enough of the U.S.
I like to go overseas too, do some stuff. Yeah. She introduced me to the Trail of the Parks, and it looks fucking awesome. And I'd like to do that. Anything overseas, I haven't been overseas to do anything really. I've been to Canada and Mexico, which I don't really count those. I want to go across the Atlantic and do some hiking overseas. So maybe next year, maybe within the next 3 years for sure, get over and do something cool like that. Hopefully, an English-speaking country, because I can barely speak English.
When am I hiking the CDT? I am hiking the CD, hopefully sooner than later. I mean, if we decide to hang out, he doesn't want to hike right away again after this trail. But I mean, I don't know if it's going to happen next summer or not, but I would like to do it sooner than later. I'm not going to put it off much longer because I turn 40 in a couple months and life is not going to get easier to do these long trails. I know I'll just enjoy it more the younger I am. So, I mean, in the near future, more so than further. I mean, I'm going to make it happen. There's no way I'm not going to get my Triple Crown after doing what I've already done.
Jacob Hall, thank you for the donation, bud. We'll keep hiking.
The TA, definitely. New Zealand Trail.
Hiking. Sorry. I know she wants her Triple Crown, and I told her I'll hike it with her southbound. I'll do it next year with her. I
really do that back to back.
Yeah, I get destroyed after these trails, and I do need a break.
All get destroyed.
After like 6 months of waiting in town, my body's healing up, and I start getting antsy as hell and itchy to start walking again. I might say I don't want to hike for a while when I got these trails, but that itch to go adventure again comes back real fucking quick. So she wants to hike it next year with her. I'll hike it with her.
They want to know why you're ditching the drone.
Okay, so the drone.
Food.
I haven't hiked it all through. I haven't used it all through Colorado, and I got used to that. It's forced me to be more creative with my running gun shots. And it is a pain in the ass to set that thing up in the morning to fly it. I've crashed it 3 times. Sorry. I've crashed it 3 times. And I felt weird through New Mexico. Did I tell you? I felt weird through New Mexico flying it. I always felt bad being that guy flying the drone, quite honestly. I think I can fly it through the winds. I think that would be great. We'll see. She's going to follow me up the trail a little bit, so maybe I'll let her hold on to it. And if I come up on a good spot that I want to fly it, I'll carry it for another week. So I'm undecided as of now.
People like your fishing shots.
Yeah. What did you eat, bro? I keep burping in her face. What did I just eat? Oh, we went to, what was it called? Psycho Chicken?
Hypnotic Chicken.
Psycho Chicken. Hypnotic Chicken. Had some chicken strips earlier a couple hours ago.
Yeah, he's drinking Pepsi. I've converted him.
No, they didn't have Diet Coke down at the hotel. Do your legs cramp up a lot? Yes, they do. Yeah, my legs twitch every single
You
night.
should have seen my toe the other.
It keeps me up at night. Yeah, my legs and my feet start twitching. And it's a pain in the ass. They're just healing. They do constantly. Yeah. My feet have been cramping. Those long ass road walks. I did another long ass pavement walk into Pagosa Steamboat here, and anytime I highway walk or dirt road walk for extended periods of time, my right foot starts cramping up and I can't fucking walk. I literally have to sit down on the trail for like a half hour until my foot stops cramping. It's just those long ass road walks. It sucks.
Did your Sony camera ever show up?
No,
Nope.
no. So the Sony camera's still sitting up at Stevens Pass.
Maybe. Unless someone found
Possibly.
it and jacked it.
Who is older? I turned 40 last December. She'll turn 40 here in September. So a few months older than she is. Boom, sucker. Respect your elders.
Whatever, old man. How are you?
How the
Your
ultras? How the ultras holding up? Just got a new pair. Oh, these are gross. I shouldn't even show you guys these, but you're gonna see my video anyway. These are the grossest ultras ever.
And how are your shin splints?
Yeah, I know. The ugly lime green color. These are the brand new ones. I actually bought these back in Dillon, Colorado. Had them shipped up here, so they're brand new. I threw away my other pair.
Socks.
What my ultras have been doing this year, the last previous versions, it was always the toe peel. They ultra fixed that with this stitch right here, so the toe's not peeling, but I'm getting blowouts right here, and it's from the rocks. We've hiked a lot of the jagged rock sections through Colorado, and if you step on them wrong, those rocks are like knives. They'll cut a hole right through there. So that's what's been happening on my ultras. But I'm gonna have to rock these ugly ass green color ones. That's all they had, REI and Dillon, for the next 500 miles or so.
Don't buy ultras. They fall apart.
They're not very durable, but I wear them because I don't get blisters in them.
I hate ultras, but I have a different type of foot. Everybody's foot's different, so you can't.
I don't recommend shoes.
I do Salomons. Salomons are my jam.
Yep.
Everything's different for everybody.
Wear what works.
Exactly. Beer braids. What does that say? I feel you on the 54, 15 height. Oh. KT tape. I swear by KT tape for my knees when I'm.
I used KT tape in New Mexico when I had those shin splints.
Don't pick fives. Nice kicks. Israel National Trail. It's on my bucket list. I don't think I've heard of that one.
Which one is it?
The Israel National Trail.
Oh, that's the one. Who hiked that? Real Hiking Viking hiked that, and
I think Tank talked about that too. Actually,
this dude, this guy from Israel, I met this year on this trail. I met a lot of folks from Israel for whatever reason. He hiked that trail. I think it's called the Jordan Trail. No.
I don't know.
A lot of people do it as a religious thing, like a religious walk. I don't know.
Any music festivals off trail? We should do Burning Man. Maybe I'll go to that this year.
Here in Steamboat, there's actually a concert going on tonight. So the last couple of weekends they have a rodeo stadium here in Steamboat Springs. And then today they had a farmer's market all weekend, and they're supposed to have a live concert tonight. So if we're feeling motivated, maybe we'll go downtown. Getting around here is horrible because they have a public bus transit. We're like 2 miles outside of town. They have a public transit system, but they don't allow goats or dogs.
Who doesn't allow goats?
So we had to hitch into town yesterday because we can't park our gypsy wagon anywhere downtown. We had to hitch with the goat and the dog yesterday downtown. So maybe we'll get motivated to try to hitch down there again for that music festival. But I haven't gone off trail to do any festivals.
Yeah, Little Leaf Cartoon. I keep having people want me to do a kids book, and I've actually had a publisher contact me about possibly doing something. It's just a matter of me holding still and actually drawing something up. Doing something, but I have drawn up a couple characters ever, so we'll see. I don't know. Awesome. Yeah, it could be fun.
Might be a character in it. Melly Microgrid versus R1. So now that I've got both of them, the R1, this is my personal opinion, obviously. The R1 is better to hike it. It breathes better. You got the 3/4 zip right here on the R1, and you got the thumb loops on the R1. It's better to hike in. It breathes a lot better than the Microgrid. This one is definitely warmer. So the colder mornings, I've been throwing this on, and it's been nice. I don't sweat in it, but if it starts rising anywhere in temperature, this thing gets too hot to hike in. So
I can't stop looking at the braid. So, someone asked about the socks that I wear, my knee highs, because I hate pants. So I've always worn knee highs and tennis skirts is what I hike in 24/7. That they are kind of like compression socks because my calves are just naturally swole.
swole, son.
So no, they're smart wool, but yeah, when I was hiking the AT, because those vertical climbs, literally I could not pull. I got to a point where I couldn't pull them over my calves, so that's how tight they became.
She's very proud of her calves.
I have nice
She was
calves.
bragging about them like
I
an hour
do.
ago.
I do. I don't. I can't brag about my ab, but I can brag about my calves. No, they're smart wool, but they work pretty well as compression socks. And then I do use KT tape because my knees can get a little temperamental every now and then. But for the most part, I'm in decent shape.
North Country Trail plans. So I was talking to her about this today, actually. Me being from Michigan, Michigan boy through and through, North Country Trail runs along the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and if we don't do the North Country Trail, or if I don't do the North Country Trail, I do want to go back up there. And I was talking about getting her up there. She's never been to Michigan. The Upper Peninsula of Michigan is absolutely drop dead gorgeous. Okay, and you have pictured rocks up there. There's Mackinac Island up there, and the North Country Trail runs along Lake Superior. The UP is amazing. So I'd like to get her up there in some capacity, whether it's just car camping, road trip, whatever, or hike a little bit of North Country Trail. I would love to do at least that section of that, especially being from Michigan, and be able to knock that off my list. I haven't been back to Michigan since I moved out, so there you go.
Iceland Trail, I heard that is beautiful. How many days till you reach Wyoming, and how are you getting around the fire?
Okay, so I am currently about 65 miles from the Wyoming border, so I'll do it for 4 days in the morning probably. And the fire closure. So I was doing a little research. I've been talking to some other hikers around town here that have already done it. There's a way around it. So what I have to do is I have to continue on the highway where I got off at Muddy Pass, and I think I only have to hike another 3 or 4 miles on the highway. And then there's a side trail, like a local trail. You follow that down to a pass, and then hop on some other local trails. It's going to be a pain in the ass. There's a map at the road trailhead. They told me you just take a picture of it, and you can skirt around it. It's about 17 miles around the closure. So I'll figure it out. But yeah, it's a pain in the ass. If I had gone through here a week earlier, I would have been fine. That closure just went up last week, so I just missed it.
So someone just asked you what sleeping pad you use.
Oh God, this thing's fucking hilarious. I just bought a new sleeping pad because my valve on my other
I
thermos.
told you you should use the same one I use. Mine's lasted 2 long trails. My sleeping pad air mattress lasted the entire AT and the entire PCT. It might be a tad bit heavier, but I used the Climate V Static, the green one, the extra long one. That sucker lasts me both trails. It's still kicking. I told you.
This is what I use. This thing is the size of a small fucking baby.
Mine was $60.
This thing weighs a shit ton. So what happened to my old Thermarest, I had the X-Lite, right, with the new wing valve on it, which I love that valve. But the valve did start leaking on me last week. So I went to do Breckenridge Outfitter. This is the only one they carried. Thermarest Neo Air. What the hell is it called? Fuck, I'm going to forget the name. This thing is massive, though. It's a square pad. It's got the same wing nut valve on it, but it's heavy as shit. And I didn't know how big it was till I got it back in my tent. I just burped again. You might want to move over. It's fucking massive. It covers like 3/4 of the floor of my tent, but I've been sleeping amazing at it. So it's heavy as shit. I don't care. It's what I got. Feathers isn't going to survive this chat. I burped in her face like 4 times already. How does the AT compare to the CDT? It's actually a trail. The AT is actually a trail. It's fucking road walking on CDT, man. You don't feel like you're on a trail out here. Quite honestly.
I think that'll change for you now.
It'll change. There's been certain sections, okay.
Like the lower states, yeah, there's a lot of.
You just feel like you're just walking a road the whole fucking time. Yeah. The Colorado Trail, you're on the Colorado Trail for like 300 miles. You're on a well-groomed, beautiful fucking trail the whole time you're on the CT. But then I get off the CT and it's merely like shitty fucking rocks. There's no trail. You're just walking across the fucking ground. Like you see a path and you walk.
Across the ground? What? You're not walking across the clouds?
Sucker. I'm an alien. Yeah, that's the main difference. AT is actually you're on a legit hiking trail the whole time. The CDT is way too fucking incomplete, in my opinion.
Rank the 3 trails so far.
According to what?
To what you think's best of worst, probably. Like most.
Appalachian Trail, PCT, CDT are my favorites so far. Obviously, I haven't finished this trail yet. Glacier Park, National Park is going to be amazing. The winds are going to be amazing. But as of now, the Appalachian Trail is my favorite. PCT sections of it are absolutely gorgeous. CDT has been a rough go.
Favorite trail? I think both of our favorite trails is the AT, and it might be partial because it was both our first long trail.
Yeah.
But it's just, yeah, it's like your hometown will always be your hometown.
That's just the whole
I don't
AT
know.
experience. You
Yeah,
can't.
you can't replace that.
No,
You
it's
can't ever
amazing.
have that same experience twice. That first, the highs and the lows and the shock and the
Breaking a few
everything.
barriers. It's all your
Yeah,
firsts.
it just makes it. So I think whatever trail you end up doing first will end up probably being your favorite trail. To answer the question, thank you. Oh, yeah, you gotta figure out how to keep this feed up. That is annoying.
I know. We'll stay on for another 15 minutes, guys. We'll try to do this for about an hour. So 500 people in here. Holy shit. Got a lot of good questions, though. Vermont Long Trail?
We've done most of it because the AT overlaps.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could go knock that out.
Yeah,
The rest of it.
I actually got invited by 2 different hikers while I was finishing up the AT by my friend Growler. We went back and did the long trail right after the AT, and then Beats went after the PCT and went back to the long trail. Both of them asked me to do it. I was ready to get back to the Roscoe, but yeah, I would definitely do the long trail. Vermont, I love Vermont, especially northern Vermont.
How many miles can Little Leaf do? She can only do about like 10 miles a day, unless I split the day to morning hike and an afternoon hike and then a decent break in the middle of the day. So I don't know if she'd do very hot on long trails, to be honest. I mean, it would definitely be a different experience. When I was going to take her, I figured I'd just get as far as I could and probably have to do the trail over. I wasn't sure what to do. I mean, she was a rescue. I didn't plan her, just like most kids, they're accidents. Not accidents, unplanned. But I love her.
I asked who the documentary person was, their YouTube channel.
Oh, I don't want to say it because I want to jinx it.
Yeah, keep it in a wrap.
But it's a good one.
It happens.
It's a good one. If it happens.
Any thoughts on using a bear canister as you get up into grizzly country? Not a bear canister, but I considered getting an Ursack just because I'm lazy and I don't want to hang my food. That's it. Ursack's just tied to the trunk of the tree. I'd rather do that. But I know I've talked to some other people out here that don't even plan on doing any of that shit. They're just going to sleep with their food again. I don't really want to do that because I lived in Montana. I know gnarly grizzlies can fuck you up. So I'll probably end up getting an Ursack most likely once I get up to northern Wyoming.
I had a bear night before last break into my gypsy wagon.
Out here in the parking lot.
Yeah. Did I do horseback on the PCT? No, I didn't. I did it on foot. I couldn't break it up into. I feel like I was cheating, so I had to do the whole rest of the thing on foot. But it would have been fun. I would love to do like a horseback riding trip, like an extended horseback.
Have you ever done a horseback riding trip?
No, I haven't. I mean, I grew up with horses.
Your ass will fucking hate you. It hurts. I've done that when I was a guide up in Montana. It's horseback riding will fuck you up, man. It's hard.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
But I know that's the same one. Bear sightings. Have you had any bear sightings?
Yeah, we just had that bear at the parking lot. Ripped open her door of her gypsy wagon because these assholes here at the hotel don't take out their trash.
Oh, their trash was everywhere.
The trash was overflowing outside the hotel here, so this fucking bear keeps coming back and ripped open the door on her gypsy wagon.
He ate all my damn applesauce, little bastard.
Applesauce.
He just that's all I got was my applesauce, and then he spread a bunch of stuff everywhere. But the High Duke Trail. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. I don't know if any of y'all know, or Hey Duke.
Hi Duke.
Whatever. But if you guys know Ginger Balls, he's fucking awesome. Excuse my language, but he's a good friend of mine, and he just did that trail, and I was following his pictures, and I am obsessed with that trail now too. I would really love to do the Hey Duke.
It's not really a trail, from what I understand. It's more just route finding.
You got to find your route. Yeah, there's no trail, but it's a specific corridor.
Did you collect GI Joes when you were a kid? Absolutely. Fuck yeah, I collected GI Joes.
My Little Ponies.
Yeah, I was GI Joe through and through. We used to play war and guns. And
I did play with He-Man though. One of my best girlfriends had He-Man. We played He-Man and My Little Ponies. It was the best combo ever.
Me and my friends used to play. We used to play Last of the Mohicans. So that scene in Last Mohicans where he takes his tomahawk and like flings it and then sticks it in the tree. We used to do that with hatchets and shit. That's why I cut my finger off in 8th grade. Well, yeah, we used to play Last of the Mohicans out in the woods. It was awesome.
Oh,
What are you laughing at?
Nothing. I'm not saying that one. Yeah. He-Man action figures. Hell yeah. Habitat, you played with Strawberry Shortcake.
Probably at one point. I was probably trying to impress a girl.
I mean,
I'm
guys,
sure I played with Barbies at one point. Just trying
Power
to
Rangers.
fit in with the
You
cute
just
girls.
talked about Power Rangers.
Yeah, we since we're the same age, basically, we discuss our childhood a lot and what we used to watch and do and stuff. It's hilarious. We're on different planes there. Like TV
Definitely.
shows we used to watch.
Looks like her hand is around your arm. It's tripping me out. Your hand,
What?
my hand's right here. They
You
think
got
this.
baby hands?
They think this is my hand because I'm waiting.
Oh. Is that better? Oh, Early Riser's in here. What's up, bud? Early Riser just came out with a book. Go check out his Instagram. Early Riser's he's basically a motivational speaker. He just came out with a couple books. So go check out Early Riser's Instagram page, and he's got a couple books on dealing with mental battles and stuff. I'm gonna get a hold of your book at one point, bud.
Show your hands.
So Early Riser, get your shit out of my way,
They
man.
told me to.
Early Riser asks, how's the duplex holding up, bro? Still glad you took it. Still my favorite. Yeah. The duplex has been holding up nicely this year. It shredded on me on the AT up in Virginia, and then Hyperlight sent me their prototype. I used the Durago on the PCT, and that thing, it worked well. It was very cramped, and it didn't breathe very well, so that's why I went back to the duplex this year. And durability is always the question. It's held up, and I don't use a Tyvek or a ground sheet or anything with it, so it's been doing well. Condensation is always an issue, but as you know, it's a single wall tent, so it's kind of hard to avoid that completely. But duplex, durability-wise, has been holding up after like 1,500 miles, so I'm happy.
Oh, you can hold hands. It's okay. I thought you said hold up
They
your
can hold
hands.
hands?
Oh, I thought you said hold up your hand. This is usually how.
This video's going to get flagged now.
Everybody's going to think I'm MS-13 because of my hand.
That sounds like a gang.
It is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Maybe so.
I actually got pulled over one time for a traffic infraction, and they saw the palm of my hands and took me in and photographed me because don't I look like a gang member?
Yeah, you definitely look like a gang
I know
member.
I sound like one.
Take you back to Detroit where I used to
sound like I'm 4. Ginger Balls. Yes. Do y'all know Ginger Balls? He's amazing. I should find his
Ginger
Instagram.
Balls is a triple crowner.
Yeah, he did all of them with
us. He hiked the Hey Duke last year, or was it this year?
No, he just did it. He just finished it, and it looks amazing. Now he's like up with what do they call it? Up in Antarctica with like a whole track of dogs going through the snow.
Ginger Balls is he's hardcore.
Badass.
Dude. He actually ended up getting frostbite in the Sierra because he went through the Sierra so fucking early. He was one of the first ones, and he ended up getting frostbite on his toes and had to get off trail and shit. Almost lost his toes. Fucking crazy. But he got back on trail and finished it, which is hardcore.
Dude, he's awesome. And then he went right on to the CDT to get his triple crown right from the CDT, and then he went to the High Duke, and now he's up in Antarctica doing like dog sledding.
Doing that.
Oh, dude, it's hiking _ginger_B. So, yeah, his I don't know if he wants people to know that, but yeah, if you guys want to, I guess that won't work. It's too bright.
Hiking Ginger B. If you look that up, it'll come up.
Find him. He's awesome, dude. Right? He's an amazing dude. He was like a vet. He was part of a vet program.
He was in the Navy.
Yeah. My PCT tent? No, I got a new one. I got a big Angus.
You can never say that. Angus.
I knew it was coming. I couldn't give a straight face. I got a new tent. I got all my gear already for the CDT. I was ready to roll. I'm using a what was my backpack?
You're using the
LA. Fuck, I'm being dyslexic.
ULA?
Yeah, I have a new UL. I'm gonna hurt myself.
UL
but I'm using the ULA Epic pack this time. I know it's a rafting pack, but I just hate dealing with the contractor bags, and I want to switch it up from Hyperlight, so I was changing that.
And Bay Agnes is actually here in Steamboat. This is where they operate.
Yeah, we tried to drop in there.
We tried to drop in their shop today, but Sunday they're closed today.
Yeah, no, I liked my Hyperlight Pyramid, but I mean, I did the entire PCT on the ground. That tent's bottomless, which was fine, but having camel spiders and all these things crawl across your face all the time was.
Jacob asked, have you ever met, either of you ever met Nope? Yeah, I met him earlier on in New Mexico, briefly at a campsite. Nope is working on his triple crown, I believe, this year. And I think he was trying to do the counter triple, actually, to do that this year. So
yeah.
I saw him early on in New Mexico at a campsite, and I don't know if many of you know, he's deaf. So I said, "What up?" And he never did hear me. I didn't know he was deaf, quite honestly. I thought he was just ignoring me, but he's deaf. He can't hear. So I just went back to my tent and I briefly saw him. But yeah, he's working on his triple crown. That guy's hikes some miles.
I've met a few people who've done it. It's badass. We'll probably
I
end
don't
up
want any
doing.
part of that
We'll
shit.
probably end up doing. You say
Nah,
that. You know you
I don't
want to do
want any
the
part of
AT
that.
again.
You know me. I like my siestas too much. I ain't trying to walk 40 miles in a fucking day.
You'll do the AT again.
I'll do the AT again. I'm not doing a count or triple though. That's what I was talking about.
You might get bored someday. How much do you
What's the make-
charge for
What should you charge for
a
it?
10 by 12 dog paint? You gotta go to my website, katecloudart.com.
I'll link her Instagram and YouTube in the description of this video, so
All
you can
my-
check out her links out.
All my art stuff's on my webpage. Are you the busiest person I've ever seen? Keep on keeping on. You're busy. Spam? Oh, eating spam. we eat
spam's all
spam.
right.
We're not too good for spam.
No, spam's all right.
We eat anything.
I mean, when I was broke as fuck, not hiking, way before I lived in a shitty ass studio apartment in Corpus Christi, Texas, and I was eating spam every day. Like I'd slice it up and put barbecue sauce on it and bake that shit. I was eating it 5 days a week. I was broke as fuck.
Yeah, living in Hawaii, I learned amazing things about spam. Did you know there's like a million different flavors of spam too? It's bizarre. They have like a whole aisle of spam in some of the stores in
Spam's
Hawaii.
not that bad. You should get creative with it, like ramen.
Some of it I don't know about, but anyway.
Thanks. This was fun. Thanks for stopping in. A couple more
Yeah.
questions, guys. And then I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna go force her to eat some more.
I can't do it.
Tat, you're a teddy bear, really? Yeah. I'm an asshole on YouTube, but I'm actually a normal human being in real life. You guys only see 10 minutes a day out of a 10 to 12 hour hike, so I come off as an asshole many times. But everybody that meets me is like, "You're just a normal fucking dude." That's true. I'm sure Kate can vouch for that.
Corpus Christi sucks.
Corpus Christi does suck. Yes, I can vouch for that as well. I fucking hated living in Corpus Christi. There's needles all over the fucking beach. I almost got killed by the Mexican mafia my first week down there at a fucking biker bar. Corpus Christi sucks, man. Too fucking hot. These assholes, their idea of Christmas is they load up Christmas lights on their fucking pontoon boats and ride around Corpus Christi Bay. That's not Christmas where I come from. You miss the Texas barbecue and the Mexican food. That's it. Tell us how you really feel.
Amen. Corpus Crispy.
Is that what I said?
I don't know.
It is you'll be crispy as fuck if you stayed on Corpus.
I kept calling
in
it
the
Corpus
summertime.
Crispy when I was down there.
Do you miss Jennifer? Yes, I miss Jennifer Delia. Jennifer Appleton, if you ever watch this, I miss your shitty fucking stupid ass comments. Please come back. I haven't had many trolls this year because they learned finally. I call them out by name. My buddy Scott Stevens, 2 years ago on the PCT, he hasn't been commenting either. I call his ass out by name too. Don't comment dumb shit on my channel unless you want your name out there. Just a warning for you. Did you get my suggestion for a sticker on the bottom of your cup? Yeah, I just told her about that, Tamara, today. So I think that's a great idea. Maybe we'll hook that up. The company I go through for my merch doesn't do specialty stuff like that, but we'll figure it out.
We just talked about doing the Grand Canyon once he gets done with this. It does look like I have my hand on your arm.
God damn it.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I've never been to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, I just told him I'm going to make him go with me when he gets off trail. We'll go spend some time in northern Arizona and dink around in Utah because I need to play somewhere in Utah.
According to Ron Swanson of Parks and Rec, one of the only acceptable times to cry for a man is if you're at the Grand Canyon. So there you go. I can bawl my eyes out. Let's do one more question. How's that? Pick out a good one there.
It's hot in here. We need to turn the AC back. Oh, it came back on.
Pick out the best question you see, and that'll be the last one.
Me?
Yep.
You come across. They're not really any more questions. Okay, somebody, one last question.
Make it a good one. Kate's going to answer this last question.
What?
We're going to be on here for another 20 minutes just looking for a fucking question to answer.
Okay, you big one.
Best live chat ever. Peace. Thank you. Oh, Keith, thanks for the donation, bud. Enjoy the ride. Will do. Getting hot in here. I can testify to crying at the Grand Canyon. I'll probably cry. You guys seen me cry on YouTube many times. I'm not ashamed of it.
I've only done it once.
All right. I guess the questions are over. We're going to end this now. Thank you for all stopping in. So I'm gonna link Feathers, all her Instagram and art and YouTube and all that in the description. If you're not familiar with her, she's a long distance hiker. She's a badass, and all her links will be in the description. She's probably gonna follow me up the trail for a couple more towns, so you'll see her in some videos in the future. As far as my videos go, I'll probably start posting them every day for y'all as we go forward, so they're not as far back as my Instagram. So, all right, any last words there?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Thanks for stopping in, guys. We'll holler at you fuckers next time.